How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan. This is Ade. Welcome to another edition of Box Talk. Today, didn't really want to do it, but gotta give a shout out to what was the guy's name?
Jason Richards.
Jason. You're the first person to email boxtalk@hotmail.co.uk. Your question was a simple one, but we give you the shout out. Who was better, Ali versus Tyson? Who was the one that mythical matchup? Ali, what do you think?
Ali, 20 seconds.
I won't give you 20 seconds.
I said that. They say styles make fights, and when you think of who caused Ali big problems for Ali, you ask Ali would tell you Joe Frazier.
Yeah,
Joe Frazier caused him the biggest problems in terms of build, in terms of speed, in terms of the bobbing, the weaving styles.
Yeah.
If any fighter, maybe other than James Toney when he was a heavyweight, could mimic Joe Frazier, it was Mike Tyson. And I arguably think Mike Tyson probably had more power than Joe Frazier as well. So, you know what? As much as a lot of people come out and say, oh, Ali, easy win, when you think of someone that kind of power, and Joe Frazier was a very small heavyweight. Yeah. Tyson wasn't a big heavyweight, but Tyson was a lot thicker than Joe Frazier. And I think a lot more powerful, so you never know.
I think you're right. Tyson holds more punch power than Frazier. I think something about Tyson's style, the way he pivots, where he got undershots and came in, very compact, very physically set, heavy built, gets in close. And Tyson knows how to hold and punch as well, which Frazier didn't really do too much. Frazier was more, I would say classy, but more, smooth in a sense.
Yeah, you're not getting elbows, and you're definitely not getting ear bitten.
Yeah, the difference is I think with Tyson and Frazier was the mentality. Whereas Frazier had that steel-willed mentality. He'll go 15 rounds, he'll go 20 rounds, he'll go 30 rounds.
Yeah, you hurt him, he still comes.
Yeah, Tyson always, even in his prime, Tyson was never the same fight he was after 6, 7 rounds, 8 rounds. The few fights he did go 12 rounds in, they weren't one-sided decisions. He was winning the first 5, 6 rounds clean, then the other fight would come back and win rounds in the later half. Tyson didn't have that consistency to put it through.
But would Tyson, the thing is, and we kind of said a lot with heavyweights now, would Tyson need that consistency? Would Tyson have not blown out Muhammad Ali between rounds 1 and 5 when he was really fierce?
I don't know. You see, the thing with Ali, okay, let's look at it honestly. Ali's never been stopped.
But he's been hurt.
He's been hurt. Oh no, let's be honest. Let's okay. Ali was never stopped in his prime. He got stopped by Larry Holmes. He stopped in the 10th round, I think it was, but they pulled him in the corner. But Ali had not actually been knocked out on the floor. The difference is what I say with mythical matchups, which I don't really like, is that people pick a Ali. You say Ali in the Frazier fight or Ali here. You got to pick the best Ali which was there. So that's kind of a mythical idea, and the best Tyson what was there. For me, the best Tyson was 87, 88, 89.
87 to 89.
88 was the best Tyson. Yeah. The best Ali, you have two options. You have the fast, the quicker, younger version before the Vietnam draft, or you have the tougher, craftier, bite on his gumshoe guy that's going to actually go and train in the trenches. It's the older version.
I actually don't know
who's the better Ali?
I'd have to say the young, the flashier one. That young, faster, that sniping jab he had. And everyone said he had a jab that almost felt like it just cut you. Yeah. Almost like there was something on his gloves that he was cheating with. They said he had a jab that just cut you all the time. And he had super speed.
The combination of punches.
Speed.
There's not many fights that go off complete round without getting hit.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Cleveland winning this fight.
Exactly. And I think the first time he went down really hard was the Joe Frazier fight.
No, he went down by Henry Hammer.
Don't forget Henry Hammer. Yeah, he did.
But what? It's just, I think the older version of Ali was the better version. Is that you never knew Ali could dig deep, and that first Frazier fight changed Ali's style. Yeah, and he dig deep, he gritted his teeth, he went in there, and for a guy that was a boxer, primarily a fast, quick boxer defensively, after he came over a slugger. He was a boxer, but he got in your face. He put it on you. He would force you to the ropes, and he still had the boxing ability because he carried a lot of guys like a Joe Bugman and carried guys and done nice little boxing exhibition matches. But he had the option to do both.
I just think, and it's a term that's always used. Styles make fights, and like I said earlier in the video, that growing up for me, the person that caused him the most problems was Joe Frazier, and the person that I liken to Joe Frazier most in terms of modern heavyweights is probably Mike Tyson. Again, Joe Frazier was never as dirty as Mike Tyson as well. So not only is he going to have to deal with the Mike Tyson, the bobbing, the weaving, the strength, the speed as well. Mike Tyson wasn't slow. Don't get me wrong, he wasn't as fast-footed as Muhammad Ali, but he was a very explosive fighter. Yeah. So you kind of feel like you're not only dealing with that explosiveness, you're dealing with the elbows inside. He's dealing with the little headbutts. He's dealing with all that kind of naughtiness that he probably didn't get in the 70s and 60s.
Guys who know about boxing, there's different types of speed. There's foot speed, there's hand speed, there's lateral, like different types of speed. Tyson had that explosive speed, where he could just like if he was
it was like a route that coils.
Yeah, like,
just
out. That's it. But he was fast, but his Tyson uses speed, the explosive speed, with cutting up the ring.
Yeah.
Similar like how George Foreman was great at cutting the ring off. He just used that subtle movement and just slow you down and cut you down. That's what Tyson does. He cuts you down with that speed. But if I had to make a bet, it's Ali all the way.
How and when?
Over 12 rounds.
15.
15, Ali. So Ali would stop Vincent by stoppage. Yeah.
Round.
Stoppage. It'll be 12, 13, 14, but it'll be a stoppage. It wouldn't go 15. If it was a 12-round fight, I could see Tyson surviving. Ali wasn't really known as the biggest puncher. Tyson's knockout losses. Tyson was only really knocked out once, in my opinion. Buster Douglas. With the Lewis fight, he quit. Yeah, Lewis punched him and actually pushed him down. Yeah. And Tyson just said, "Fuck it,
I've had enough. I got paid. I'm gone."
Yeah. Same thing with Danny Williams. He hurt his knee. If you look at the video when Tyson goes down, he has one knee up and one leg out because he couldn't really bend the knee, so he was injured. And again with Kevin McBride. Well,
Stop.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
Yeah.
That fight. That wasn't Mike Tyson. That was his cousin.
Yeah.
You've got a cousin called Michael John Tyson.
So when people say that Tyson didn't have the greatest chin or whatever, he did have a good chin. I don't think Ali will stop him in 12 rounds. But with a 12-round fight, with the work rate, the endurance, and Tyson's mental state, going that round and taking that beating, I think he will get stopped on cuts or stoppage on the ropes.
I don't know. I joked, by the way, when I said 21 seconds, Muhammad Ali. That was a joke. So don't make comments below like that. But good fight. Two completely different styles. So it'll be an entertaining fight. I can't see 12-round decision. I don't know. Like you say, Ali was more a concussive puncher. He wouldn't knock you out with one punch. He would have to take a few head, body, head, body. And I feel like Tyson can take a punch. Tyson, the heavyweight division, in terms of the heavyweights that Tyson fought in the 80s and 90s, they were big heavyweights. He took punches from very big heavyweights. I thought he could definitely take a punch. Muhammad Ali, decision or late stoppage.
Yeah.
But guys, what do you think? Leave the comments below. Mythical Fights. This is our first one. We're going to do a series of Mythical Fights.
If you send us good ones.
If you send us good ones, then we'll talk about them. Muhammad Ali versus Tyson, the one that probably everyone talks about, everyone's been talking about for years and years and years. That kicked us off. What do you think? Who wins?
Quick one. Better fight has been Lennox Lewis versus Tyson. Lennox Lewis versus Ali.
And Joe Frazier versus Mike Tyson.
Now, there you go. Those are mythical matches.
So guys, get us in. Tell us your mythical matches. And we'll definitely comment about them. Send your emails, like Jason did, to
BoxTalk@hotmail.co.uk.
Guys, thanks for tuning in for another edition of BoxTalk.